Hello, and welcome to episode 22 of me learning stuff and coding with LLMs. Today I'm going to continue on the critical thinking webapp, and this is going to be part 7. Today is going to be a little bit shorter video because it's pretty late here, and I just want to try to complete one task, and that is to use Pydantic to parse the response from OpenAI API directly into a Python object. So if I look at the code we have now, let's see, I have to remind myself. Question generator. Here we have client chat completions create, and then we get some JSON content back, and then we parse it, but it's not strongly typed here. And we're doing some checks if it's a dict or list and blah blah blah, but I actually want to try to use Pydantic to parse this directly into a questions list. So let's see if we can do that. I don't remember exactly how to do this, so let's see if we can get some help from the AI. Okay, why can't I create a new chat? Seems like the chat is a bit buggy at the moment. Close it and open it again. Okay, so try to reload. There we go. So let's go to edit mode. Let's try GPT 4.1. Since that was released a few days ago. And I will select the code here and say I want to use Pydantic instead. So and parse the result directly into questions list. Let's look at the data model here. Where did we have this? It's been quite a while since I worked on this, so I have to remind myself. All right, so here is also some of the things I want to get rid of. We're creating like a schema here. We have the question schema, which is defined like this. But don't we have question objects? Anywhere? Instance question is with the any type. I really thought we had done this. Created a question object. Okay. Sorry, a question type. Well, let's try to just go with my original prompt here and see if it can pick up on to see what it does. And we'll just discard the change if it's not what I want. If this doesn't work, I will try something else. Switch from using JSON schema validation to use Pydantic models for parsing and validation of the questions. Great. Add Pydantic models. Yes. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Replace validate question and validate questions collection with Pydantic parsing, which will simplify our code. And parse the response using Pydantic instead of manual validation. Perfect. Okay. Copilot is working. So let's see what we get very soon here. Right. We start at the top. Import from Pydantic, import base model, validation error, and field. Not sure what the field is. Then we have the question class with the ID string, question string, description string, follow-up question as a list of strings. Okay, so field is used for setting the number of items. Great. Each group string. Didn't we make enums for this either? I'm really confused. Category string, tags, and questions. I have to look at my base repo here. I thought we had, because I made a first version. Maybe I'm just confused. Oh, we actually have it here in the root of the no. Okay, this is very messy. I need to clean up. It's been a little bit too long since I did this. So just looking at the front end code. Import from types dot entities. Types entities. Here it is. So just wanted to see if it's sort of similar. And in the question builder version 1, I had these models, which I could reuse. Should probably reuse. So anyway, this is fine. I can edit the category. And then we have just a list of questions. This is fine. And then we can simplify our code since we no longer have to do the JSON schema validation. Update the comment. Move comment. So now okay, this seems a little bit strange. parse JSON response using Pydantic. This is not Pydantic. Carrying parse object is deprecated. Model validate JSON. Maybe we should use that one. Use model dump instead, okay. Model dump JSON maybe. When we're assigning unique IDs. Okay, so to be honest, I thought there was a simpler way to do that. Let me just look back at the version 1 of my question builder. This is what I was looking for. Here in the response format, I'm just specifying question list, and that's it. So let's go through the changes here, and then we'll make another prompt. Okay, validation, remove this JSON schema stuff is fine. Pydantic. So still not happy. Response format here. What is this one? Yeah. Oh, really? Ooh, how come? Is it because I used the beta version in this one? Client.beta.chat completions parse. Is that it? I think so. Not about if I use the beta. Sure, it supports this. I know it supports this because I've been doing it and it was working. And this is such a nice update. Instead of doing all this manual parsing stuff and model validation. So beta feature, but it didn't change my this one. Okay, response model. Really? Response format. We're not using the response model. Questions. Is it client.beta? Like this. And we don't need any of this. This we want to keep, right? What is going on? Message or content dot parsed. Is it? Response choices message parsed. And then, do we really need this? Don't think so. But this too. No, this should be type questions. And this one can now take questions instead. And return questions. So why I don't get type hints here? I don't know. Questions is a list of question which has an ID. So if I loop this, should be able to do question dot ID, shouldn't I? Okay, well. I'll just keep it for now like this, and then some looping all the questions, I'm setting the ID to a unique identifier, and then returning again. And then we are looping the questions again. I can clean this up so we don't have to loop multiple times. But we ensure the category and the age group, and then we don't need any validation here, right? There's some retry logic here. I think we'll just simplify and like this. We don't need a retry. Okay. So I'm not passing in the correct one. We are catching API error and API connection error. Logging a bit. And here we are inside the try. And we can remove this. Just to simplify a little bit. Maybe I need to erase here. Not sure if this is best practice, but okay. Let's try it. So go into source folder and run question generator. Okay, that was not. And we have some errors. To define root models, use Pydantic.root model. Okay. Fine. Just going with whatever the GPT 4.1 was suggesting here. Let's see if we can get a proper fix. I'm not familiar with Pydantic at all, so or else I could have probably just fixed it myself. Okay, so I have used the base model before. Here it use root model. Okay, I'm not familiar with this at all. Let's see if it fixes it. Yeah, it is clear. So I can do this dash help to remind myself what we can do. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So we gotta do verbose at least. And then we can test the connection first. Missing category. Self-confidence. Okay, missing description. The test. Okay, connection successful. That's great. And then we'll remove the test flag. And can do the smaller font. And now equals 10. Okay, so there's something wrong about our new stuff. Unexpected completion subject has no attribute create. Okay. Let's have a look. Where was this error actually coming from? Oh, I didn't log it. That's bad. But I guess it was coming from here. Client.beta.chat. So here we have OpenAI. Okay, remove this in schema. OpenAI. So let me see about the beta one. Here I'm also importing that. Let's look at the requirements. Okay. So it seems like I was referencing like this, importing OpenAI. And then client beta chat completions parse. Okay, that's what I was missing. Parse. And is it the same? Response, parse, model, messages, and then parameters, and response format. Looks okay. Now let's try again. Okay. Now we got another error. Invalid request. Schema must be adjacent schema of type object. Why do I get that? When I do the same thing here. Maybe I should just do this here as well. That is his root model stuff. So try to simplify a little bit. Questions is not defined. What did I do now? Oh, questions list. Let's try again. Nope. Yeah. Okay. That is okay. I can do that validation myself if I need it. It's prompting. Now I can remove this, not in use anymore. I'll just comment it out for now. Or actually, I will delete it since I have it in a Git history if I need it for some reason. Unexpected error. Tuple object does not support item assignment. I really need to do something about the logging here. Adding some line numbers and stuff. Okay. Didn't have any tuple in here, so okay. Why do you want to do this change? Okay. Update docstring. And here we get it. This is what I tried or wanted to do before, but so for some reason didn't work. Keep. So while waiting for this, I will copy this category enum. Oops, still getting the same error. Oh, here we do have it. That's what I thought. We also have the H group. Oh my god. Totally forgot. Yeah, I need to move this to some models class or something, or models module. But now, why do I get this error? error generating questions. I seriously need to fix my logging. This is a little bit embarrassing. So it must be this one that is something is going wrong here, probably here somewhere. Don't quite see why. I have tried this before. I'll remove this. Retry logic. Let's try to debug. And I think I created a launch.json. Some arguments, so I can run this, can't I? Oops. Generate questions. So it seems I'm getting the response after some time. I should break here. Yes, and let's look at the data response. Response choices 0 and message. Seems I'm getting a lot of data here. So let's step. And here we're just logging and we're going in here and we are looping question.id. This search seems to be fine. Step out. And then we are looping again. So maybe this is the problem. Yeah. Oh, should I? Okay. This is the same problem as I had in here. Which I totally don't understand. This is a questions array and the type is question, so why doesn't the can I do this? And totally guessing right now, so let's ask. No. This will only work if category and edge group are already valid and values, not strings. From string, okay. But only if the string matches the enum value exactly. Yeah, isn't this what I want? So if for some reason the category or edge group is wrong, it should throw an error, perhaps. Let's give it a try. Seems to work. I'll just remove my breakpoint and run ahead. And something else goes wrong. Yeah, questions has no length. Why not? Oops. Still has the wrong type here. Questions. That should work. All right, let's run it for maybe the last time. For today, at least. It's a little bit slow. Like generating 5 questions, maybe not. Maybe it's my prompt is very big. Okay, so of course there was another place I had to update. Was it? Not sure why I am logging this twice. But logging is obviously an area where I need to do something. Oops. Cancel. Continue, remove this breakpoint. Go to my notes. Right. So many follow-up mistakes. No, this must be it, huh? See anymore. Late night coding. The hard way. But I've had a break for more than a month, so I'm also like getting a little bit back into this code. Really want to finish this project. question is not JSON serializable. Of course. Of course, we will just not log this for now. Yeah, this I have to fix as well. Do we get it now? Successfully generated 5 questions. Okay. Some bug, perhaps. Not perhaps. Definitely some bug. But at least it is up and running again. I can have a look here. See what is wrong. So we have 5 questions and we have 5 questions, which looks good. And then the question property is of type question. This question variable has got the category for some reason. Which is definitely very wrong. Your question is a string. And system message should be okay. The user message. Question says it should be the question in origin. So let's look at the sample question that I provide. Maybe there is some confusion here. Should get it from these, and these looks okay. Here the question property is like this. I can't see any obvious mistake right here, right now. So let's try one more time. With our breakpoint here. And just inspect a little bit. But anyway, the good thing is we got Pydantic to work, so OpenAI is parsing or returning a questions object, which is very nice. Actually, the type says JSON object here. I'm not sure what is going on with that. Is there something stupid here? So if we look at this, actually I want to run it again. Really strange. Maybe it's something behind under the hood that is just changing this to JSON format or something. But it seemed to work. Debug console. Content dot questions. Oh my god. How do I do this? Tab. Questions 0. Here the question is correct. The question property is the question. Here the question is correct. So where does it go wrong? Oh my god. It's too late. It's too late. Too late for coding for me today. Let's just confirm that it's working now. I'm very happy about those stupid bugs because even though it's stupid, it's easy to fix. Okay, so sample question. How can we know if a news is true or not? Or fake or not? Okay, so that's it for this video. I'm very happy that we actually got Pydantic to work, and also we got a little bit back into the code base and found some improvements. Definitely need to work on the logging and exception handling. And then in the next video we can hopefully continue with our prompt plan and start with prompt 4 or 5 here. Okay, thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.